when that grenade comes over the wall, are you going to be able to get over? Iraq is such a crazy place. It's like you could tell it's just such a historical place, kind of biblical type thing that had been through war and there was trash everywhere. It's a little shape charge on a parachute, bro.
Okay.
They throw over the wall and they have a spotter.
Your first deployment.
It's trip, man. Iraq is such a crazy, place. It's like you could tell it's just such a historical place, kind of biblical type thing that had been through war and there was trash everywhere. That was overwhelming, But that deployment was very interesting because we were like living out of vehicles and we were turning everything over to the Iraqis.
What year was this?
2008. The end of the Iraq.
That was happening already?
OIF.
Where we were turning everything over to them?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting. Like, it's kind of a training deployment again. There were Marines that got killed. There were none like in my platoon or anything, but there were, that was like when we were driving around the cities, there was an RKG-3 threat. You remember that?
I don't even know what an RKG-3 is.
I don't know. It's a little shape charge on a parachute, bro.
Okay.
They throw over the wall and they have a spotter.
Oh.
And so, like, they were hitting, like, the rear Vic with the machine gun or whatever. They find the convoys with the soft targets and they try to hit them, But there were people getting cut up with those. And so it's still real combat environment. We got IDF'd.
Yeah.
Indirect, missiles, like, and then, where's the point of origin site? Let's all rush over there. And then, let's go get the Iraqi police to help out. It's like...
Yeah. They're all tied in.
Yeah, dude. So it's a waste of time. But anyway, so it wasn't like, I got shot at a few times, and I think from the Syrian border, we weren't allowed to shoot back, like gunshot.
Yeah.
And I don't know, dude. It wasn't like
So
night and day from the Afghan deployment,
Yeah.
So it was a little bit kind of like, it's like, dude, when I got to my infantry platoon, when I first got in, that first day before I even went to the sniper and doc, they had all gotten back from Iraq and they were all giving us like horror stories. They didn't let us sleep that first night, and they were all telling us like, when that grenade comes over the wall, are you going to be able to get over? Are you going to be able to get your buddy over? I don't think you will. I was able to get over. And then they leave, go back to drinking, and then someone else comes in and tells you something like, basically they're like scared, trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm like, dude, when does this shit, like stop playing the whole, because the whole time that and then in the Marine Corps boot camp, dude, it's kill, 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 da-da-da-da-da. They train you, and then they also train you, like, with minimal use of force. You go through MCMAP, like, martial arts program, and they give you these warrior ethos things, minimal use of force, da-da-da-da, escalation of force, like warrior mindset stuff. But then there's this prove yourself in combat kind of check in the box that's implied there, right? And especially in like a combat in infantry. So then our first deployment, dude, we were there for a year in Okinawa, and these senior guys were still talking about the Iraq stuff the whole time and holding it over us. It's like, dude, it's not we didn't choose to come to Okinawa and come on all these training missions, dude. But now it's over us. Now we're going back, and they're going to hold it over us again for another year. Then we go to Iraq, and now we're in Iraq, and it's nothing like what was there, So then now we get back, and it's like, and you're kind of like, but it's be careful what you wish for,
Yeah.
Because you wish for combat, and then you get in the middle of that, and it's like, what the fuck is this, So, but in the Iraq deployment, that was enough for me with the infantry to where I was so motivated at that point to never be in the infantry for another day, that I was gonna make it through selection. Like I was gonna perform, and I was like, dude, I don't even care. I'm not great at land nav or any of this other shit. I'll make it work because I know I'm not gonna fucking come back.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I had a staff sergeant, you know, and I'm like a corporal at that time, squad leader, you know, and I had a great relationship with like my lieutenant, but my staff sergeant, I didn't, you know. So when my lieutenant got promoted and got sent out, this guy starts trying to put paperwork on me and burn me for things like, you know, like I took some toe straps because I'm training for selection. I took some toe straps that were in the burn pit and I hooked them up to this thing and I started using it to pull it back and forth. And they were trying to like I stole government equipment, taking this thing out of the burn pit. And then, you know, I was working with, a lot of the vehicles were down, and it's like, because I went outside of my chain of command and got the vehicles fixed, he wanted to give me paperwork. And it was like,
for taking initiative?
Dude, that's the kind of like, but like burn me, dude. Like I had.
Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't you be getting rewarded for taking initiative? Because I'm betting there probably aren't a whole lot of people in the infantry who take the initiative.
See, that's the catch-22, dude, is that it's like honor, courage, and commitment. But if you're honor and courageous and you stand up and you're against the status quo or the group thought or the pack, then like, or the conventional mindset.
Or you want to better yourself out of that?
Yeah.
That creates a lot of jealousy in units like that.
Yes. It's a bucket of crabs.
Which is ridiculous because he could have fucking done it too. He could have bettered himself. He could have went to selection, but he was too much of a pussy to do it. So let's fuck Prime over.
So he's going to put paperwork on me.
Yeah.
And they even got it to where, like, you know, just stupid shit. Like, you know, we're on one of our last patrols and we're in a patrol brief, you know, and they're like, the new officer that we just got at the end of at the end of deployment, it's all motivated, right? It's like, dude, it's almost comical.
Yeah.
An intel officer gets to be a infantry officer, super motivated, hats off to him, but it's the last couple weeks of deployment. We don't care.
Yeah.
You know, like all that stuff. And so he was doing a patrol brief before we go on a patrol. And, you know, was like, why aren't you taking notes to me? And it's like, well, we're going to the same, like, I have the same role that I've had for a year and a half on this patrol. It's literally couldn't be more textbook. And also, you know, and he's like, well, what are you going to do if shit hits the fan? And I was like, so you think that if shit hits the fan on the patrol, that I would pull out my Write in the Rain notebook and revert to what my notes are here in the patrol brief to like make decisions? Is that what you're saying? And everybody's laughing, right? And then this guy looks like an idiot. So then we go on the patrol, and by the time we're coming back in, they're calling me to go report in to the company command for like, they're trying to get me for disrespecting an officer kind of thing. Like ruin my career, all this shit.
Yeah.
Like immediate opportunity. So that's that whole vibe and everything. And luckily, dude, I had an open door policy with my company commander. This is why that guy was an idiot too, the staff sergeant. Because this is the guy that's got me into MARSOC. So he's like, dude, you're not getting any negative paperwork, period. Just keep doing your thing. And they would take me to this, and then he would like kick it, like, okay, got it, da-da-da, and then tell me like, dude, you're good. He was the one that helped me get in, you know? So then I just had to ride that out. And then whenever I got back, luckily my buddy hooked me up with a job at the pool when I got back from Iraq. The Horno pool.
Hey everybody, I'm Shawn Ryan. Click here to subscribe to the Shawn Ryan Show YouTube channel for the hottest and most compelling interviews that you will not see anywhere else. I've also made a playlist of all the previous SRS episodes so they're easy to find. You can find that right here.